Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Revolution. The verses that we're going to be considering from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount this week are found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 33 through 37. Let me read this to you. Again, you have heard that it was said to those of old, "You shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oaths to the Lord." But I say to you, do not swear at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. Nor shall you swear by your head, because you cannot make one hair white or black. But let your yes be yes, and your no, no, for whatever is more than these is from the evil one. Why is it that we feel that whenever our honesty or our integrity are being called into question, that we feel like we have to bolster our words by invoking the name or of a certain thing or a certain person? You've probably heard it time and again. It usually starts by somebody asking you to do a favor for them or something, and you say you'll do it, and they say, "Really?" And then they say, "Are you sure you can do that?" You begin to feel threatened. And the other person then says, feels like they have to bolster their words by saying something like, "By everything that's holy, of course I'll pick you up at the airport at 9 tomorrow," or "On my Nana's grave, I'll feed your goldfish while you're gone." Like people do. Now, I'm sure you've never heard anything like that, but there is a more serious invocation that Jesus was warning against, and that is those kinds of things where we feel like we have to bolster what we are saying by bringing in the name of God, or saying, "We're going to let God be a witness of this. You don't think you can trust me? God, we'll let God judge. We're going to commit this to him. By God, I'm going to do this." What this is doing is saying, if you can trust God, you can trust me. My word is as true as the blue sky. My word is as sure as, the city of God that Jesus was talking about here. What Jesus is asking of us is simply be honest. Let your yes be yes and your no, no. To prop up your integrity by invoking the integrity of God doesn't speak well of you, and it inadvertently discredits God whenever you don't follow through on what you had promised. And God, and this is important, God refuses to be an accomplice to your dishonesty. So we have to take this very seriously. Now, what Jesus is getting at is not simply a matter of speaking honestly, yes or no, but rather it goes deeper. That we would be the man or woman who is known to be so honest that a simple yes or a simple no is all that is needed. To be the kind of person who is so trustworthy that if we are unable to make good on the promise, they think something bad must have happened, rather than thinking, "Well, I didn't think he really wanted to do it in the first place. He must have never intended to." Trustworthiness is a hallmark characteristic of God. And since God has made our body his temple, trustworthiness should be a major characteristic of us, his people. Listen to what Solomon says in chapter 23, verse 23. He says, "Buy the truth, purchase the truth, and do not sell it." What is he trying to say there? He's saying do whatever needs to be done to be a person of truth, and don't exchange that trustworthiness for anything. So today, as we go about our business, whether it be in the home or whether it be in the workplace, think about those times whenever you are tempted to strengthen your argument, to strengthen your word by calling on the integrity of something else. This is not a good thing to do. God takes it very seriously, because in doing this, we're actually taking His name in vain, which is the third commandment that Jesus is referring back to. So let us learn to be the kind of people who yes is yes, no is no, because truly, as He says, anything more than that is from the evil one. Think about it. We'll come back to this again tomorrow. Grace and peace, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you then.